come on in and join us.
We're so glad to see you. We have a new soap today from Stirling Soap Company.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
And on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, and our mention today is our friend Philip Sharp.
Yes.
He has a new webpage on Etsy, and he is known as the Sharpest Shaver.
Yes.
Y'all, and what a great name for somebody
really
who's got
is.
a
It's so
shaving
cool.
hobby, right? And these are his 3D custom printed lather bowls. And y'all, look at the detail on these in front. Aren't those gorgeous, y'all, and so functional.
Right, and when they lather, they immediately produce a lather. There's something about having the 3D printed marks in there, and it works really impressively well.
Right, like the bottom is like a little bit rough, right? It's got tiny little lines in it from the 3D printing itself. Right. Turns out those are awesome for holding lather, and we've been using this a lot lately.
We have. And the height of the sides we really enjoy too, because when your brush is in there, it doesn't clank around. It's somehow it's the perfect height to just miss the brush.
Can we show them where's the brush?
Yes. So
here we go. So
this is one of our shortest brushes, actually.
So even though the bristles are right there against the soap, the brush is not hitting the sides. And I don't have like giant hands, but look at that. It's a
perfect
lovely
fit,
feel in my hands, right? Yours too.
No,
She
mine
has
too.
tiny
I got
hands.
little hands, but I can still grab that pretty well.
And there's all kinds of gorgeous colors. He's been sending us pictures of his new ones. Grab yourself one of these bowls. Let us know what you think. And Philip, thank you for sending this to us, buddy, just to look at and review for free. We're very grateful. And what's our soap today?
It actually turns out to be another Tom Ford homage.
Yo, we are getting into the Tom Fords, and we love them. This guy, this house, whatever this is, because we know sometimes there's other people, there's other names that come up with those scents. But the Tom Ford House of Colognes, y'all, dear Lord, they are doing things we have never expected. And just between you and us, we went to Stax's favorite EDP place over at Barrett Fragrances, and we grabbed a couple of our favorites for Valentine's Day. So you'll be seeing those in mentions as the show progresses.
Which is fun, because we really didn't know much about frags before starting this.
Nope. But when we did smell Lost Cherry, and we were like,
what is this?
What a shave soap that is, right? That's where they were like, well, if you like that, they have the homages that they also do in an EDP form at different houses. So I'm excited for this because it's a Tom Ford. It's one we have not yet experienced. So
I think it's time.
Let's meet the soap. All right, so when we started this journey, we were told that like Tonka smells a bit like vanilla.
Right.
And vetiver smells a bit like fresh cut grass. I'm like, oh, nice. But I think as the weeks and months have rolled merrily forward in this show, I'm realizing that a lot of times when I smell vetiver in a shaving soap and I see that note, it's not grass at all that I'm getting. It's something just greener. It's something sometimes fresher. It can have a lot of different colors, a lot of different faces. So I'm kind of excited to see what Tom Ford does with a gray vetiver, which is what the original was called, gray vetiver. So let's read the description.
So from the website, woodsy, aromatic, citrus, earthy, and spicy.
Hey, those are the fabulous five, right, folks?
Are the words that describe this scent. It has,
we won't read the top
There
notes.
are some top notes.
Y'all, I'm excited because
too.
sometimes even when I've read the scent notes in a Tom Ford scent and I think I know what to expect,
Nope.
Not just a little magic has been done, folks. Transformative, transportive magic has been done. And I want a piece of it. Let's unbox it. And we wonder if our friend Craig has this one because Faskally is a forest in Scotland. And I think that's what this is an homage to. Have you been there?
We want to know.
Craig has more Stirling soaps than anybody we know. I mean, by a factor of 3, right? So I'm curious. And he has sent us down some fantastic lanes with Stirling before, too. He was the reason we did Witchy Woman.
Right. We'll have to check in after we get this in a whiff and see, compare notes here.
I know, I'm excited. So here we go. Let's unbox it. The other one we have in here, don't look, is Friends Till the End. We're going to mention that at messages. But we're going to be doing that one soon. There's several in here.
Yeah, we got
You didn't see Bergamot Lavender or any of that. That's
some other ones coming back.
Oh, look at the green. It's a green one, too.
I don't know if we've had one that has an actual green ring on it yet.
Sharp Dress does, but it's a different green.
It's a different green.
Yeah. I think each soap has its individual color.
Right.
I'm not sure.
Or really trying, yeah.
I love the pink that was Sweet Stuff last week.
That was definitely neon fun.
Y'all, Rod and Mandy, I just want to take a second to say thank you for being where value meets quality, for allowing us on our budget to accumulate 30 of these over the last few months. And
they're all fun.
Oh, man. You just started over at the very beginning. Y'all, there are very clearly, when you have smelled all of the soaps from them that we have smelled, no shortcuts have been taken. These are all top of the mark and at prices that have allowed us to accumulate 30. So just a little aside there. But Rod, Mandy, thank you for what you do and how you do it, because these are all amazing. And the splashes are on par with the best cologne dupes we've smelled yet. My Sharp Dressed Man is a staple, y'all. Executive Man, too. So this has been our little TED Talk on behalf of Stirling Soap. But y'all,
I think it's time for...
We love them. And it's time for First Impression.
I think you have to go first this time. It's been a while since I made you go first.
Let's have a girl in a conversation. I'm kind of excited to find my first couple of shaving soaps where I really am a little bit like, oh, I can see where they're going, but that's not really up my lane.
But now that
there
we have
really
an
only
opinion.
A couple smells that are not up my lane, but maybe fresh cut grass, if it were enough of a fresh cut grass smell, might.
Right?
So that's where I'm like, I wonder.
I'm intrigued enough. I'm curious.
So I kind of hope this either goes to me absolutely adoring it or me absolutely being revolted by it. I hope it's one or the other, and I have a feeling it will be.
It seems like with all those adjectives that they had, there are a lot going on. Not just like earthy, not grassy, what you know.
And I'm not scared enough to put this in our Iffy Soap series. If you are ever on Instagram and you want to have some fun, we do a live series called the Iffy Soap series of soaps where the community has notoriously let us know that they're a little on the side.
And even we did Bonaparte. Speaking of Stirling,
we did,
because
and it turns out we ruled it not iffy. It won. So I know Rod told us it was a don't buy. He's like, you'll probably hate it. We liked it.
No, you did.
We liked it. Anyway.
Okay.
All right, here we
more Stirling.
go. Knocking on the door.
Let's see, Faskally, what do we got? Green? Earthy? Woodsy? What do we got? He's not sure. Please hold. Did they save it? Is it a Tom Ford mind blower? I think so.
For some moments in life, there are no words.
Oh no! Wow.
Y'all.
I was not expecting that.
I mean, at first I thought, okay, they just let go of vetiver completely to make this, and then my nose went, hold on, Buckaroo, smell that
Strap
again.
in.
It's vetiver for sure. And I went, oh. Yeah, it is. And the folks over at Tom Ford knew just what to do with it.
Interesting. I'm so intrigued now. I want to know.
Wow.
Okay, is it taking you to a place or a person?
You know? No. It's taking me to the same experience I get when I hear a cover of a song that's better than the original. So if you have any Adele fans out there, my apologies to the Bob Dylan ones. But Bob wrote a song called Make You Feel My Love. Amazing song. Amazing song. When the rain is blowing in your face. Adele covered it. And Adele fixed it. I mean, it became something that just would squeeze your heart, right? So that's, okay, they took vetiver, all right, but it's a whole different version of that song. And they're doing things with it that are just lighting my brain up. It's just beautiful and calm. And here's the thing. It's as if the set note that they're covering, stay with me.
Okay.
Yeah. It's as if the set note they're covering is leather. I'm going to lay it down right there. However, they have covered it so well, it's not leather anymore. So I can tell it's got, like, if you squinted your eyes and looked at it, you might go, leather? But then as you open your eyes and get closer, it's not. It's gray vetiver.
What's the gray? More like a foggy kind of vibe? Or
Well,
like
and I think that's the magic here, because I think when you take vetiver and you combine it with things like cashmere, like I do, like it says in the title, I smell a flannel, a beautiful flannel shirt on a masculine guy, and when those come together, there's just a part of my brain that goes, I've experienced this, but I've done it as leather, and now this is something totally different.
And I think this did come out in fall, so that would make sense if you're thinking of like that fall weather that you need a leather jacket or something in.
I try not to have regrets in life, folks, but we don't have this splash, and it's gone. This was a seasonal. I hope I painted you enough of a picture. I think Shave Supply might have the aftershave still.
Oh, but we should check that out.
Okay. Right.
Someone has to have it, right? Okay.
I'm
Clearly, he's a fan.
excited for this. Oh, because if I very rarely do I have to put on the suit that I wore every day as a funeral director. But when I do, it's usually for fun stuff. It's weddings or kind of things like that. This is perfect because this blends the masculine guy with his suit. I don't know how better to say that, but it smells fancily dressed. No disrespect to Sharp Dressed Man or anything.
Right.
But this smells like a dude in an Armani suit and a gray/black one, maybe even pinstripes. Wait. Pinstripes.
Okay.
For sure. Okay.
I am even more intrigued now. Let's see.
Y'all.
Oh, that is very different. Cashmere, I get it. I do get where you're going with that.
Now, do you get how this might be a little more? My nose was like, leather? Do you get that?
Yes.
See? There.
And oddly, like, gray makes complete sense. It's not smoky, but it's somehow in that category.
Yep. Okay, so Craig, put in the comments, do you get that too? Are you sensing a tiny bit of leather that's not there? Like the same way we got chocolate and candy cane, right? It's just such a perfect vibe that you almost sense scent notes that aren't there.
Yeah, it is a very new type of scent, I would have to say. Man. I get fall from this completely. Like, I get the foggy air, the chill in the air, and somehow you're warm.
Right.
I don't know if that even makes sense.
I know. And y'all, let's have a grown-up conversation about these Stirling scents. We lathered a soap the other day that smelled bad, and it was not good.
It was an
See the Ippy Soap series. So when I needed to bring my bowl and my brush back to life with some absolutely beautiful scents, because I knew I would have to build a few lathers just to kind of get that scent away from the brush a little bit, I went green, y'all. I grabbed 3 of my favorite Stirlings and I brought them out here in front of the TV. And I just realized I had a great time just smelling the lathers again, because I smell the tubs all the time. I do.
Right, but the lather brings something out.
It does. The lather is just the full quality of the soap. So in that respect, it's a good thing we've got this amazing new lather ball to do and some soap and some sticks to get it out.
I don't know why. It's not the age thing, but I get like a Silver Fox vibe. Like a, there's just like some people as they age, they really find their place on this planet. Does that make sense?
Who's the guy? I saw him in Spamalot in Las Vegas. He played Jay Peterman in Seinfeld. That's the guy this kind of reminds me of. Yes, silver hair. Or like Paulie from The Sopranos, right? With the white.
That is their prime somehow, And they just totally take on that thing as like their whole, and they have like this energy and zest.
Totally.
Not because your hair is graying and you're getting older. It's like the opposite.
Did you know that guy who played Paulie was actually like mobbed up?
Oh,
that was like actually his first half of his life was spent actually doing that.
Okay.
And the second half was portraying it on The Sopranos.
Crazy. Oh, hold on. I lost the brush.
I mean, he went to jail.
Oh, you have the brush.
He did serious jail time.
That bougie.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Right. So, early on in our journey, Shave Dad Jerry Plessy reached out. We ended up talking for a couple hours on our very first night. He runs a fantastic group over on Facebook called Shave Dad Board. And he suggested at the beginning that we start with a smaller lather brush, maybe a 24-inch, because I think he saw my 40-millimeter Yaki going on.
It's a bit excessive. I get it now.
And he was like, get a smaller brush at first so you can really see what it's doing in the bowl. So you can see how the bristles are affecting the soap, because otherwise if the brush is too big and the bowl is too small, it just kind of looks like you're stirring a giant soup bowl. But with this, it's almost like a pencil, he said, in the bowl, and you can really see what it's doing with the lather.
But speaking of our new bowl, you can really see how this one works with the bristles of the brush, which is really cool.
And it's asking for a tiny bit more water. So check this out. Y'all, look how the pattern on this is just beautifully bringing out that lather. I know some guys on their smooth lather bowls will go get little silicone bumps from the store that have glue on them, and they'll put the dots on the bottom of the bowl. This one, well, it comes with your dots pre-installed. Y'all, look at that. All right.
Okay, comparative whiff. Go from here, tub to bowl. What do we got?
Gray vetiver. There you go. Gray vetiver.
Is it brighter? Is it?
Oh, it's just alive.
Oh, I get a little more of the greenishness from here.
It just goes from like a model of the set to the actual set.
Yes, I'm outdoors. I'm in.
This smells more like the forest almost, which I'm not sure how
I get a little more of the greenery.
I guess vetiver is natural green, right?
But I do get that here once you've lathered.
Now, big question for everybody. Do you get grass? And for this, we'll probably have to look at the scent notes again. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Elaine Stritch from Elaine Stritch at Liberty on Broadway and National Tour.
She clearly wanted to help, so here we go.
Let's describe this a little bit. All right, what do you got?
So this is the first part, but it's nice to go back sometimes. So woodsy, aromatic, citrus. Oh,
little
green,
little bergamot, little bit of lime.
Oh, I can see that.
A little bit of lime, maybe ylang ylang.
something like that.
A little something.
Okay, earthy, yes, but not dirt earthy.
No, like, maybe a little rock.
Yeah.
But not earth.
No,
not dirt. No.
And spicy.
Yeah.
The words that describe the scent. Okay, here we go.
Beautiful light spices, y'all. Let's see what they find in here.
Top notes of grapefruit.
Woo! Okay, hold on, wait. You know what? That's what's pulling against the grass and keeping it from getting too grassy smell.
Okay.
That's what it is. It's the grapefruit mixing with the vetiver.
Because it's not too sweet of a fruit, which citrus-wise, you know.
Right. And y'all, my grandfather's grapefruit tree, the one I hated, was right there on the giant front lawn of this giant ranch house. And when I think about that grapefruit sitting in the beautiful green grass, why not?
Right?
Like it just fell off the tree and into the summer grass.
Okay, and then here comes more fun. Ready?
Yeah.
Orange blossom.
Oh, sure. Now, not to the extent that it adds a sweetness, but that's what I love. It's a savory orange.
Right, and it's kind of clean.
And
it's a clean scent.
That binds with the savory goodness of sage.
I get it now. That's the other green for sure.
Because it's Tom Ford. You know it's going to be something
classic
amazing.
Green.
I mean, not complex. That's what I love. Right. It's just like taking two colors that you know are there and making a new one. It's he doesn't like bury you in complexity.
No.
It's just the cleverness of how these scent notes are coming together.
That's a good way to put it. Cleverness.
Oh, and
yes.
then,
all right. So middle is made up of nutmeg.
Hold on. Wait. And we've seen this one once before. Pimento. So is it like olives? Like in ham? Like pimento? I mean, maybe, because it's like a pepper, right? It's a red pepper,
I wonder how vibrant that scent is, but enough to make it more of its own thing.
And then it's funny they put vetiver in the base, because it does seem like it would be like a top note, but no, it's just there a bind, along with
oak moss and amber.
Love it. Smell what that amber does. I get it.
You know, and I gotta say, I get the masculine side of this, but I'm trying to think of just some women could totally pull this off.
100%. In fact, Tom Ford's known for unisex fragrances. I wonder if this is one of them.
Because, I'm thinking a whole long top coat going on.
Right.
And they are on woman on a mission. I could totally see them rocking this.
Y'all, that amber is what's doing it. There is something magic about Tom Ford and amber, because if you've smelled effing fabulous, that's known as an ambery sage.
Oh, interesting.
So it's something about how he uses amber that is like, holy crap.
And this has sage too.
And I don't think it's the same amber that the mosquitoes trapped in Jurassic Park.
Right. No.
I mean, maybe, but
I don't know.
I think it is like a rocky,
it's a warmer
spicy,
kind of scent.
Yeah, kind of scent.
If we didn't know that this was a cologne,
right?
Would you get cologne off that?
Oh. No, but I think Tom Ford's got me screwed in that department from every direction, because when I smelled Lost Cherry, or when I smelled Bitter Peach, or when I smelled effing Fabulous,
it was just mind blowing. But we didn't know.
Is this cologne? I didn't even register as cologne, because I guess I grew up in the era of Avon and Aqua Velva. Those just got locked into what colognes smell like for me.
Right.
These, I don't even know how to, my nose doesn't even know how to classify these Tom Fords.
It's just the more you smell, the more you get out of it, and how they all connect. It just takes things way deeper.
Right. And I wore the Calvin Kleins a lot growing up, but they just all sort of had this syrupy sweetness.
A similar kind of thing,
that none of these do. Not even the sweet fruity ones don't have that syrupy sweetness. And I know there's an extraordinary amount of effort that goes into this, but I'm so grateful that it is.
Right? I think with that, though, we need to take it a little deeper. Into the woods we go.
Totally fixed vetiver. Totally fixed it.
And
it does give it a little bit of a leather hit to me. I know.
Yeah.
I know it's weird.
I get what you're trying to say. The cashmere leather, there is something, and it is more like it's just next to you. It's not prominent, but it's just that echo of fall.
And I do get a cashmere. I do get a beautiful leather, soft, suede leather jacket along with the vetiver.
And it's just honestly what these are doing together as scents, that they're creating that. It's not actually what it is, but I can see how those are part of it.
So I just see the sunlight streaking through the Faskally forest. I feel like the cashmere sweater and the scarf on, right? Like that golden hue of the morning sunlight seems to somehow be a part of this. And my sweater does too. So I don't know with the vetiver, hold on. So let's talk about the forest for a second, because this is referencing a forest. So with vetiver, I guess I'm thinking baseball field grass, right? But no, this is different. So with the vetiver green notes, what are you really getting in this?
Okay, it's funny because after we looked up that Faskally was actually in Scotland,
Right.
I do get that foggy, brisk cold with the green.
Right.
I don't just get green grass.
Right. And
there's
I get
something
more
else in the air.
Ferns. Does that make
I'm
sense?
with you.
Like less grass, more ferns and moss. Well, I guess there's
It does. Right,
moss
right.
in it too.
But
I
I'm
think
with
those
you.
are playing together. And it's not that it's not grass. It's a little bit. But it is more of the ferns, more of the mosses,
But it
more
is
of the
not,
ivies, right?
like, I'm not out mowing my lawn right now. That is not in here.
No! Right! So I guess glad tidings of great joy. You can get that out of your head. This
Yeah.
is not that vetiver cut grass
no, for
backyard scent, right? No. This really is that beautiful walk through a Scotland forest
And
in the
it's,
morning with a little cashmere and a little leather on just to keep you warm on the
I
inside.
get why they put forest because those trees have been around for a while. There's something about one that's been there that has a different scent than like something just fresh that grew right there.
Right.
It's a different type of green.
Yeah.
And that's more like the oak moss side maybe.
Yep. And do you agree that if your beautiful suit needs a scent, this is it?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like sometimes when you're ironing your suit and a steam comes off of the lapel and it's been
I get
super
that.
clean and it's just that beautiful, clean suit laundry iron steam smell. Somehow that's a little bit in this.
And I don't think I would spray this on if I was in my sweatpants. There is something about a little
they
like
might just melt
more,
right off.
Right?
No, they're not charming enough.
Right.
This is clever and charming. This
Right.
needs a suit.
You need the streamlines of a suit or a nice jacket. There is something happening.
Not a zoot suit. We're not talking a pocket watch fob. This is a nice Armani suit. Pinstripes, matching socks.
Right. But you mentioned Polly earlier. Like, that is kind of that vibe. You know?
Polly was well dressed, y'all. So it's pretty easy. All you have to do is watch a little show on HBO called The Sopranos and start to get a real appreciation for those gorgeous costumes, those Armani suits, those pinstripes, especially on Polly. And by the time you get to the last episode in Tony, head over to stirlingsoap.com where you can find this and a wide range of other products. Vetiver, one of those things that I might have been a little bit scared of on entering this world, like patchouli, things like that. But y'all, between Rod Mandy and Tom Ford himself, this is just an absolutely beguiling look into vetiver. And the grayness, it's funny that Sarah even mentioned that it reminded her of a silver fox because the Barrett cologne homage is titled Silver Fox, and she didn't even know that. Y'all, absolutely a beautiful, beautiful scent, and one that does just sort of sit on your shoulder like a beautiful cashmere sweater all day. The lather, y'all, if you are yet uningratiated to the Stirling lather, you need to go over and even just get yourself a small one, get yourself a 3-ounce and a flavor that seems to perk your nose up. And y'all, you will not be sorry. Put it in the comments because it is one of the absolute most fun, most utilitarian lathers we've got. Thanks, Rod Mandy. Hey, welcome to Messages. So you get a rare little sneak peek here. One of the scents that we grabbed from Stirling as soon as they dropped it was called Friends to the End, because look at this label, y'all. It is an homage to their pets. So we wanted to make our episode an homage to our pets and yours. Send us a picture of you and your babies to We Sent You at thebarbershopduet.com. And on that episode, at the very end, we'll have a little montage of all of our family's pets together.
Can't wait to see him.
And you know what I love about this most? As we start to discover Tom Ford, you kind of discover how big the box is. Where are his creative boundaries?
Right.
Lost cherry, bitter peach, right? Tobacco oud.
We just did that too.
Effing fabulous. And this
now we're
one
here.
takes the edges of that box even further. There is nothing this guy can't do.
I have to say, out of all of the ones that we've smelled so far, this is the cleanest.
Yes.
Smell.
Yes.
Like, I know you brought up like your fresh suit, but I do get a little bit of that clean laundry
because
sweeter
that's
side.
the scent I get. Is like just super clean and freshly pressed. You're
for
right.
sure.
The others
It's
kind of
here.
take you on scent adventures into ambery sage,
Right.
into bitter
But
peaches or
now
cherries.
that there's like
but
citrus is listed
No.
along with the greens, there is
Right.
something about that clean
this
freshness
one
here.
is Tom Ford at a really luxurious wedding or baptism.
Yeah, but it's a fresh. I almost get that whole like when you send your clothes to the cleaners, there's a little bouginess to it. That's kind of happening here.
Baptisms, bar mitzvahs, stays of execution. Y'all, this would go with any time you're having to wear a nice three-piece suit.
I am
boy, would it sit
glad we
well on your shoulder. Me too. I'm so excited.
I know we waited a little bit since the fall drops, but we had to sneak it in as soon as we could, and I'm glad we did.
The front of our Stirling cabinet so I can get to it first.
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.